Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys the August 2020 Twin Flame reading. So if you guys are on the Twin Flame journey, this reading could be for you. I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing challenges or even a separation, so keep that in mind. But as usual, take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. So we're going to be using a bunch of different decks here today from a lot of independent creators. So as I shuffle each deck, I'll let you guys know what they are, and everything will be listed for purchase down below. If there are any of the decks that I've created, you guys can purchase them on my website. But if you are international, please email my team and they will send you a special link to order them. So the Orgonite that I'm using is created by my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. This is the Twin Flame Nude Orgonite. So I felt like this was appropriate to use today. And this candle right here is from Cleanse and Company. So I'll put everything down below. Let's go ahead and get started, you guys. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to focus on what is the masculine feeling towards the feminine? What is the energy that he is holding towards the feminine? I do say he for the masculine and she for the feminine. It's just how I channel. I realize that those roles can be totally different. So just again, take it how it resonates for you guys. So I'm going to be using a few different decks here for this one. So let's start with the masculine. This is a new deck for me. It's called Denied Shadow Oracle, and I'll put the creator down below. I'm going to be using my Twin Flame Journey Tarot combined with my Twin Flame Journey Oracle. And for the masculine, I'm going to use my Twin Flame Journey Messages Volume 2. Now we're going to go into some challenges as well. And for those challenges, we're going to use a mixture of Fire Witch Tarot's Truth Rising as well as her What's the Tea. I like to combine these two decks together, so that's what I'm doing here. And then for the feminine's energy towards this masculine, we're going to be tapping into my Twin Flame Journey Messages. So I just wanted to, because people ask, so it's just easier to get it out of the way. So let's do it. So let's see. What is this masculine currently? What is his energy that he is holding towards this feminine? We're going to break it down into 4 different categories, you guys. Okay. Mentally, where is this masculine when he thinks about this feminine? Where is this energy? What does it look like? Ooh, we have ignorance. Someone is unaware. So we're going to, of course, get into the depths of that. God, I love the artwork on this. This is emotions. We have wounds. Childhood trauma affects this relationship. So it could be that this masculine currently is affected by his childhood wounds, which makes him ignorant or unaware of something within himself. What about the reality, the 3D world, practical side of this masculine? We have careless actions, so hurt feelings. And what about the soul's energy, higher self, third party, okay? So let's go ahead and get into clarifying all of this and see what's going on here. What is the energy of ignorance? Mental, why is this here? Why is this masculine unaware of something when it comes to either himself that affects the feminine, or maybe he's unaware of something about the feminine? Let's see. What does this have to do with? Okay, so we have spring combined with the Chariot. What I'm getting here, you guys, with this ignorance card, someone is unaware. This masculine, I feel, is unaware that this feminine still has some sort of blossomed energy for him. That's what I'm getting here. That she would want to move forward with this connection. So if you guys are in separation with your masculine, if you're a feminine watching this video, I feel like your masculine might be unaware of maybe how you feel or where you're at on this journey. Okay, so if that resonates with you, take it. So let's go ahead and get the blocked energy here. What is this blockage that he might have in his mental space? I mean, we can already see there's a block here with the ignorance card, but let's get some more information. We have preparing for what's to come. I feel like this masculine is actually not aware of where the feminine is at on the journey. He doesn't know where she's at with him. And maybe that is because this feminine isn't communicating. Maybe she is just focusing on herself and doing her own thing, charging ahead with her life. Yeah. So let's get the thoughts behind this. It's really hard for me to open up. And the thing is that unless this masculine opens up and communicates to this feminine, it's like he remains ignorant on this journey. He remains unaware of how she feels if he is not making contact or if he is not opening himself up. He might also see this feminine that she is not open to him. So he is unaware that she still cares for him. Okay? So that's what we have coming through for the mental energy. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this aside so we can make room over here. So what's going on when it comes to childhood wounds? So this masculine is affected by his childhood wounds, which does affect how he opens up and cares about the feminine. We have, see, look at that, self-worth. So there seems to be some sort of an issue with the self. Some sort of issue here. Look, 5 of Swords. Feminines, if you're watching this video, which I normally do readings for feminine, so that's kind of the way I'm going to run this reading. Sorry, masculines out there. But this masculine may have issues to the point where he may play games and he may deliberately try to keep himself closed off to this feminine because he doesn't want to get hurt. He does not want to be vulnerable towards her. He might have done something that was very unfair. And the reason I say that is because now we have careless actions, hurt feelings. This masculine may have done things in the feminine, with the feminine, in this world with the feminine that have really been careless and have created a lot of wounds. And this is not blaming the masculine. I don't want to hear this crap. It's just the way it's coming through. But this right here tells me that there's a major wound here for this masculine, okay? So let's go ahead and get a blockage or challenge. Prideful person. See, this masculine is too prideful to open himself up and to either apologize for this wound or to come forward and ask how the feminine feels. So I feel like he is afraid of this feminine. He is afraid of opening himself up. He is afraid to even see if she still cares about him. This is a problem. You have affected my life significantly. So this masculine has been very affected by this feminine, for sure. He really has. He thinks about her. He feels this energy, but he's too prideful and too wounded to admit it or to open himself up and actually communicate this to the feminine. So that's what's happening in his heart space. So now we have careless actions. So this is the practical energy. This is kind of like how it transpires for him. This is the reality for him, between him and the feminine. That there's a lot of hurt feelings here. That maybe actions were very careless. Maybe people didn't think before they acted, and so there could be an issue here now. Yeah, look at this, unawakened. So we have 2 cards that indicate unaware and unawakened. So this really tells me here that this masculine, when he may have done something to create hurt feelings or whatever was going on, he was operating from an unawakened state. He was unaware of how this may hurt the feminine or how it may affect their connection. So I do feel like he may have been unaware at the time. Yeah. He might even be unaware how affected the feminine is by his actions. I am getting that too because of the affected my life significantly. Yeah, see, the devil's energy just is an energy where somebody is in their ego. Somebody might just be really connected to materialism, the material side of life, having a very difficult time just even getting into their spiritual side, even tapping into their their higher self, even connecting to their soul. So I feel like this masculine right now is really feeling quite heavy. I also see too, though, because this is again how he feels towards the feminine, he might be quite obsessed at this point. He might be thinking about her, or even needing her, or hungering for her in a very physical way. That's coming up too. So let's get this energy. Yeah, look, there's sadness. crying over you, sad and upset because of the hurt. So look, that's not an accident. Hurt feelings and crying over this hurt, sad over this hurt. He was unawakened at the time. He may have been under that devil's influence at the time. I feel like this might be some past tense energy here. This could be current for some of you, but I feel like for most of you, this is past tense. This is something that's already happened. So there's like this consensus now for this masculine, where he just really is unaware right now of how the feminine even feels about him. Oh my God, look. I mean, it's not funny, but that's just crazy. Karma is a bitch. I finally got mine. So this masculine may have done some things and it finally caught up to him and it affected him very greatly in his world. Okay. And that's why he's feeling quite hurt now. But the thing is, he had a really difficult time opening up, and he doesn't actually realize how much this feminine still cares for him. Okay. And all these things that have happened stemmed from these wounds of low self-worth issues. Okay. That's what it is. But this masculine has learned something throughout this journey about himself, and he had to make some mistakes in order to learn the hard way in some sort of way. That's what I get. So now we have third party. Okay, so with this third party energy, this is like the higher self. This is kind of like an awareness. This is what the masculine is aware of. This is what the masculine is like willing to accept. So this could be about himself. This could be about maybe perhaps the feminine has moved on in another direction. So there could be another situation or another person, because it says there is another energy in the mix. Okay. Now, third party, just so you guys know, doesn't have to be another relationship. This could be a parent. This could be a friend. This is just another energy in the mix. Okay. So let's see what this has to do with. We have healing. I like this because this is telling me here that this is really healing. This is a very healing energy here for this masculine. This will help the masculine to heal. Healing is occurring also too if this masculine has had issues with fidelity. This masculine is currently focused on healing this aspect of himself. He doesn't want to be in that energy again. He doesn't want to, hurt people or create issues in his life because of third party or cheating. Yeah, look at that. He wants to restore his energy and he wants to heal. Temperance, for sure. I feel like his higher self does want to reconcile with this feminine. I really do. He would really like to heal this. He would like to heal the hurt, perhaps, of third party. He would like to reconcile their differences, even if there is a third party. So this means that if he's with someone else or the feminine's with someone else, he may just want to heal and ask for forgiveness. It doesn't have to be about a reconnection right now, but just wanting to restore the balance in this connection for his, for his own good and the feminine's. That's actually quite beautiful. So let's just see if there's a block here. Smudge. Yeah, look at that. Cleansing your space. So this right here is indicating that this masculine right now is on is like on the mend, is what I'm seeing here. On the mend currently of wanting to restore his energies and wanting to perhaps restore some sort of healing energy in this connection with the feminine. That's where he's at, I'm seeing. I look at your picture often. So this masculine is nostalgic about this feminine. He may have a picture of her, or maybe he looks her up on social media to just kind of see what she's doing. But the very beginning of this reading really tells me that this masculine is unaware of actually how much the feminine still cares for him, because he's not prepared that maybe she is wanting to come towards him and wanting to grow, or that she still is in this blossom stage, as in there's life in this connection still. And the charging ahead, this is about somebody that's just kind of moving forward, disconnecting perhaps and moving forward. So he might see this feminine right now that she's not really into this connection. So he's unaware of it. And why is he unaware of it? Because he's got a lot of wounds and he's got a lot of self-worth issues. Okay. And he's very prideful. And he has a lot of things going on in his mind that tell him that he is just, not good enough, or this feminine wouldn't want me after the things that have happened between the two of us. So there's that. And then, of course, the karma and the lessons and all the things that he had to go through careless actions and hurt feelings. He's had to go through the cycle, and now he's on the mend. So do you see how this played out very beautifully? It just made a lot of sense, the progression here of all of that. So let's see where the feminine's at. Where's the feminine at when it comes to this masculine? What is the energy that she is holding towards this masculine currently? Mentally, we have abundance. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said abundance. That says avoidance, running away. Wow, no idea why I said that. Hot and cold in the heart space. Ooh, anger issues and the physical world. And when it comes to the spiritual space, though, unconditional love. So I do feel like this feminine has some issues when it comes to this masculine for sure. And so she's avoiding something perhaps. So that could be something that this masculine is actually sensing. He is sensing that this feminine, he's unaware that she still cares. And why? Because she might be running away from how she's feeling. In her heart space, she's kind of hot and cold. Sometimes she feels good about this masculine, and other times maybe she's just straight up angry. But at the end of the day, deep down in her soul and her higher self, she can't help but love this masculine. So this is a very hot and cold connection for her. That's what I'm getting. Very hot and cold. And I think that a lot of you can probably resonate with that. You know, people think that, you know, if you're a twin flame, then it's just like unconditional all the way, all the time. You know, yes, that of course is that's the destination that you want to arrive at when you've worked on yourself and you've done your healing. But what if you haven't worked on yourself, or what if you haven't cleared your issues yet? So that's why the kind of reader that I am, I like to help people that are stuck. Okay. I like to help people that are in that separation, that time of separation, or going through challenges. That's why I specialize in these types of readings, because that is what I was called to do on this twin flame journey, to help other twin flames out there that are going through these issues. It's not all about being perfect and all love and light all the time. And there's people out there that want to judge you for being in a dark place on your journey. All I can say is just put them on ignore. It's your journey, not theirs. All right. So what is this avoidance about for this feminine? What is this feminine avoiding when it comes to this masculine? What is she running away from? Okay, so we have vibration. Wow. So this is telling me that this feminine might be running away from connecting to this masculine vibrationally. She may not want to connect with his energy. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at that, 10 of Swords. Because it's too painful. Some of you feminines out there may have just gotten to a point with this masculine to where this whole situation, this whole connection is just too painful. There's too much pain. There's too much wound. You may just be feeling like you're in a negative place right now with this connection. And so if you guys are not in that energy, this may not be your reading this month. It could be that this is sometimes your energy, not all the time. Maybe some of you guys have already cleared this, so that could also resonate too. But some of you might be very much still struggling with this, struggling with the ending, struggling with the pain that ensued after this ending. The vibration that you feel. It could even be that your masculine is going through something pretty major right now, and so you're having to protect your own vibration. And so maybe you've had to just kind of transmute the cord between the two of you and just kind of protect your own self, which isn't a bad thing. You know, if you're really closely connected to someone, sometimes you have to protect your own energy. So what's the blockage here or challenge? Half-truths, see? So there is some kind of a deception. And this is not to blame the masculine. This could be something that the feminine's going through. Maybe she's just not being truthful with herself. Maybe and on the bottom of the deck, I have PTSD. So I feel like this has to do with the past. This has to do with what's happened between the two of them. She doesn't want to go through this ever again. She doesn't ever want to feel this pain ever again. And this pain is really connected to this masculine. So it might just be better just to avoid the whole thing altogether. And maybe to just even get to the point in her head that, you know what, I'm fine to never see this person again. I'm fine to never, speak to this person ever again. what I'm getting, feminines, is that your masculine actually feels this energy from you. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but just be aware that your energy towards your counterpart really does affect how they feel or sense about the connection. And I do see that this masculine isn't 100%, aware that this feminine cares. And it doesn't mean you got to run out and prove it to him, because some of you guys might do that. And you guys might be met with the same issues or problems, or a masculine that still doesn't want to open up. The thing is, just because someone feels a certain way doesn't mean that they'll be ready to do the right thing when that energy comes towards them, okay? So you want to make sure that you do things for yourself, not to get a response. That is really heavy there. So let's get the words, or some words that might be in the feminine's mental space that is affecting her at this time. I wish I could take back the things that I said. Okay, so half-truths are words, right? And something about, I wish I could take something back. This feminine might wish that she could take something back that she said. Maybe she responded to this whole situation. And I mean, it really just put the swords in. It just ended the situation for good. She was done. I'm getting that for some of you, not all, but for some of you at the very end of whatever this was, in order to avoid any further pain, you just maybe said or did something that was just like, it's done forever. Like, I never want to see you again kind of situation. So that right there is pretty much where this feminine might be struggling mentally with this connection, is because she doesn't want to feel the pain. So she's blocking it out. She might be blocking this masculine out, and that might be why this masculine is feeling this very hot and cold energy, because her heart is hot and cold. Makes sense. You've been burned before. You might not want to be burned again. So let's go into hot and cold now. Hot and cold energy. What is this about? We have understanding. So someone is inconsistent with their actions. There's a deeper meaning behind this. This isn't personal. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Swords. Man, we got a lot of pain coming through this reading. Got a lot of darkness coming through this reading, okay? There is some kind of wound that still needs to be healed. There is this heartache that is still here. But understanding that sometimes, well, not sometimes, when people hurt you, or people say nasty things or do nasty things, this is coming from their own issues. This is coming from their own need to protect themselves, or this is all that they know. This is how they have been taught to operate in life. There's a reason here. There's a deeper meaning behind all of it. So when we take things personally, that's when we can really get stuck in a mess. Looking you up. Trying to get some sort of info. So this feminine might be looking at this masculine, either social media or asking about him, or just kind of trying to find out any information. Does he care? Does he care what's happened? And some of you guys might be highly triggered by that because you're not seeing any evidence that this masculine gives 2 craps. That's what I'm getting. And that might be very hurtful for you. So maybe some of you have just blocked social media, gotten off of social media completely, or even disconnected with anything that may trigger you. Yeah, see, because there's something about words keeps coming up. Something that people are saying, words are lingering in my mind, some kind of words that were spoken here that make this feminine feel hot and cold. So she might really focus on something very negative that causes a lot of heartache. And she's searching for any kind of evidence that there is anything positive that can still be salvaged in this connection. And so she's hot and cold in this energy. She's just not sure where she's at. There's an inconsistency here. What she's feeling in her heart space might not be matching up what's happening in the physical world. The words that were spoken aren't matching up with what she feels or knows in her heart space or her higher self. The evidence, she's looking for the physical world evidence to tell her what this connection is. And what I'm getting there is that you may need to step away from that need to know right now. You may need to step away from the physical world, as in seeing your masculine in the physical world, to try to figure out or gauge where he's at. You're not going to get a clear picture. So understand that you have to do maybe some pulling away from your need to know, and just going into your own heart and trusting your heart rather than trusting what your eyes are seeing. And the words that were spoken to you, not taking that so personally and not allowing those words to completely dictate the way things truly are, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of illusion here, is what I'm seeing. A lot of illusion. And the only way to break away from that illusion right now and to maybe get a clearer perspective is to pull away from your need to know and rationalize what you're seeing. Pull away and just go within and trust right now. That's what I get. Just trust. So now we have anger issues. So there's something going on in the physical world, or when we are practically and logically breaking down the situation, we're pissed again because you're not seeing evidence. You're not seeing that things are changing. You might be being told, or you're getting the sense, or you're getting these downloads that things are going to improve, and then they just don't. And so you're just kind of like, maybe this is just a farce. Maybe I'm just delusional at this point, right? So there's this anger issue now, this loose cannon, this highly reactive energy, where we're just angry. Now that's not going to go for everybody, but some of you, if you're struggling, that might be where it's at right now. And you might be upset because you're still loving this masculine. You still seem to hold on to this masculine no matter what. No matter how much time goes on, no matter how difficult or impossible the situation seems to be, your heart just cannot let go. Yeah, that's the Four of Pentacles. Can't let go. It's hard. But let me tell you something. The scarcity mindset, that's what we were just talking about. It's an illusion. The illusion that you tell yourself, I can't, or this is the way that it is. When you try to convince yourself that someone doesn't give two craps about you because they haven't spoken to you, or they're not reaching out to you, that can really do a number on you. Okay? That doesn't make you feel good, I'm sure. And I know that it doesn't help also to be delusional and to pretend that someone cares, then maybe they don't. But what I'm getting here is that you have to trust your heart. If your heart continues to be connected to this person or this situation, despite all of these things, and you just feel this sense of peace and just unconditional love, and the difference between obsession and codependent love versus you just love this person. You don't necessarily need anything with this person. You just love them, and you don't know why, you just do. That's unconditional love. You have this pure connection with them. So when you let all this stuff go, and you don't have to know what's going to happen, you don't need to know the future, you don't need them in order to move forward with your life, you've truly let go. It's when you are planning your entire life around this person and they have to do X, Y, and Z in order for you to move forward, that is attached. That's very much, you're attached to this, and you're not going to be able to move forward with your life until this person returns. And if they never do, then where are you at, So you've got to get to a point with yourself that you just love yourself and other people without limits, conditions, or expectations. That's what this journey is really all about. And I'm not going to get into all the different concepts out there as to what twin flames have come here to do. Not all twin flames, in my opinion, are meant for the same exact things. We're meant to raise the vibration of this planet through this unconditional love, but that doesn't guarantee that all twin flames are going to come together in a physical union. You don't have to have a physical union in order to be in unconditional love with your twin flame. So that's a very attached way of thinking. That's a very humanized way of thinking of the twin flame connection, that I have to physically be with this person in order to experience this. Hell no, you don't. What about twin flames that are on the other side? You still have that connection with them. People that pass away, you still have that love for them. That doesn't die, And you're not even in the physical space, but you still are able to, feel infused and inspired by that energy, by that person, by that feeling, by that true essence of that connection. So, trying to get attached to things have to be this way on this journey. Because what if they don't? What if they don't end up like that? What if something happens? What if you decide something different on your journey? What if your twin flame decides something different on this journey? We have free will. So we want to make sure that at the end of the day, it's about loving yourself. And if your twin flame inspires you to connect deeply with yourself, to go within yourself, to take care of yourself, to love yourself, to heal yourself, then you've already been blessed. You've been so blessed to even experience that another soul means that much to you and has significantly affected your life that much to inspire that kind of change in you. Not everybody experiences that. So it's a beautiful thing. So anyways, I'm jumping ahead, but this is in the rational mind. The rational mind wants it to be a certain way. The rational mind says, this is what this is. This is what it looks like. This is where it's headed. This is where it's got to go. But that right there is going to create a lot of reactive energy in you if it doesn't happen exactly the way that you are projecting it to be. So we got to be real careful with the way that we are holding that energy. And we have haunted. So, these memories, the nostalgia, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. So again, a lot of this, look on the bottom of the deck, extra triggered. Wow. So there could be a lot of things that are happening right now, even in the world as a whole, that are just creating all kinds of extra triggers right now that you wouldn't even normally have, because there's a lot of setbacks. There's just a lot of things that are on hold. There's a lot of other issues in the world right now. Everyone's very highly reactive right now, so it's not helping how we really feel as a collective. So this right here is telling me that this feminine has some things that she's got to clear. She's got some traumas as well to heal, just like the masculine does. So this just goes to show you that it's not always the other person. It never really is always the other person. It takes two to tango, right? It does. But this feminine has just as many issues as the masculine. She may not have acted a certain way. She may not have done certain things that the masculine did, but she may have reacted in a certain way that created issues that equally felt hurtful to this masculine. So again, an action causes the reaction. They're no different. Two people tangoed here and created issues. It's not about blame. It's just about taking responsibility and cleaning up our own side of the street when it comes to situations. You've been in my dreams. So feminine, that's the thing. As much as you might want to push this connection away and just be done with it forever, some of you are finding that you can't do that. Okay? And I'm not talking about that you can never be in a peaceful state, that you're always going to be haunted by this twin flame connection. Not what I'm saying at all. You can transmute this energy and heal at any time. But you're most likely always going to feel some remnants of this energy for the rest of your life. And again, doesn't mean you can't move forward, doesn't mean you can't love anybody else, doesn't mean you'll never be happy. But of course, you can take this energy and allow it to hold you back in life. You can allow it to haunt you forever. You can allow yourself to be attached to it in a low vibrational way. That's on the person. That's not the journey. I see a lot of people that get on this journey and quickly get off of it because they don't understand it. So this is about transmuting and getting to a state of unconditional love with this person. And that, of course, in turn, takes you to get to that point with yourself. And only when you get to that point with yourself can you get like that with other people. So that's why it's very necessary for you to do your healing and to focus on you, on your twin flame journey, because that's the only way that you're really going to get to that unconditional love state with your twin flame. And that's very important, Divine Feminines. So your masculine may be haunting your dreams right now, but these are just side effects, okay? This doesn't mean that this is true. So if you're having, let's just say, dreams where this masculine is hurting you over and over again, there's a lot of negative things that are happening. These are just side effects and flashbacks of the pain that you are still holding on to. And some of you guys might be having some beautiful dreams. Aside from my twin flame connection, I've had two nights in a row where I've had some beautiful dreams about, just people in my past that I have issues with. And they were beautiful dreams to where things were very lovely. There was a total forgiveness. And I woke up feeling, I wish that was possible in this lifetime. It may not be possible in the 3D world, but my higher self and my heart is trying to take me energetically there so I can have peace within my soul, when it comes to these mishaps in the past. So sometimes, you guys, it's about energy that you're holding within yourself. That's what needs to be healed. It doesn't mean that it will match up in the 3D reality, but it's a beautiful thing to be able to hold that energy in a very peaceful way with someone that you have issues with in the 3D world. And that's where unconditional love starts. That's a vibration. So the longer that you're in that vibration of just peace and forgiveness and healing, it's amazing the types of things that you will start to attract moving forward in your life. And quite possibly people from your past, because you were holding that vibration towards them, may also start to hold that vibration towards you. And then if you guys are meant to cross paths again, then there will be that time and space to reconcile in a positive way. So it's beautiful. So physical world, reality, rational thinking, logical thinking. Don't allow what you're thinking to create you to feel like, don't take it so literal. Realize that something is happening in order for you to process what you're feeling or what you're going through right now. You're going through something for a reason, is my point. You're supposed to process something. Let it flow, embrace it, and then let it go. Let it come through, then let it go. If your shadow and your fears and all this crap is surfacing right now, and let it process. Don't try to push it away. When you try to deny something and pretend it's not there, it's gonna rear its ugly head at a later date. So do the work now. Do the work now, okay? We can't just say love and light and squash all of our problems. Sometimes you have to admit that you're pissed off. Sometimes you have to admit that you're feeling dark. You've got to embrace those shadow aspects in order to be able to transmute them to a lighter place. And it's not about being perfect in the light either. It's about being beautifully balanced between the dark and light aspects of yourself. So our own mindset will create and dictate our reality and what we see and what we experience, Divine Feminines, and that is what's coming through here. All right. Unconditional love. Beautiful. That's what we all want. That's the whole purpose of this connection. Not the only purpose, but it is one of the main purposes of this connection. Recognizing this, I recognize that I have connected, that I have chosen this person to be my counterpart, the reminder of myself in this lifetime, to trigger me, to help me, so I can heal, so I can get to the state of unconditional love with myself. And boy, did I choose someone that was a pain in the ass. But guess what? I've really challenged myself so I could do the necessary work in order to get there. This wasn't supposed to be easy, you guys. So try to use less of your rational mind to explain to yourself what you're thinking and feeling, or even explain the actions or situations or reality with this person. Just stop. That's not where the healing is at. Yes, that will trigger you and that might be necessary, but you're not supposed to stay in that energy. That energy is not going to help you. It's not going to serve you in a positive way. You've got to be able to step away from that logical side of yourself that says, well, they've never shown back up, or they obviously don't care because they're either with someone else, or they said this, they did that. We're all humans. Human beings do a lot of things. But that at the end of the day, that isn't really a reflection on you. That's about them and what they're going through. What you said, what you've done, that's about you and what you're going through. And people have to work that out within themselves first. And not everybody is on the same level at the same time, and that's okay. Look, we've got to allow. We've got to walk away. We've got to be willing to walk away and detach in order to evolve. We've got to be willing to let that person go because we love them enough to let them go. We love them enough to go off into the world and grow. We know we can't hold them back. We know we can't hold on to someone. If someone doesn't want to stay, we have to let them go. We have to let them evolve. Separation is necessary, in my opinion, on the twin flame journey for you to evolve as a soul. Some of this evolution cannot be done when you have your twin flame in your physical world. It doesn't mean you can't, but a lot of that major transformation takes place during separation. So recognize that right now, what you're going through, what you've gone through with this individual is absolutely necessary to get to this point of unconditional love. Do you really know what that means, right? It's time to ask yourself these things. Do you really understand what that means? Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I love this card. Leveling up, your life is about to change to the better. The only way that people can level up and be on the same page is by letting go, allowing people to find themselves on this journey. And sometimes finding yourself on your journey is in separation, okay? So you've got to recognize that things that are happening right now are happening for a reason. And the more that you're in that state of acceptance, the more peace that you're going to experience on your journey and with your twin flame. Seeing you reminds me of the things I know deep down, and that's not always easy to deal with. So there's something about what you're seeing, Divine Feminines, when it comes to your masculine, seeing, not seeing, that is triggering you beyond belief. So I am getting here that for your soul's evolution and for the way that you see your masculine, if you see your masculine on social media and he's partying and having a good time, you're not going to see that he's evolving or trying to level up with you or improve himself as a person or that he cares about you. So why are you doing this to yourself? Why would you look then? Okay. And some of you might say to yourself, well, I have to know what's going on. That's the only way that I'm going to know that I'm not delusional. Again, this connection is not really based on logic. It is your soul's energy. It's an essence. This energy is an essence. It's not really based on ego. Yes, our ego can get in the way and turn it into that, absolutely. But if you want to evolve on this journey, you need to pull your eyes away from what you are seeing and go within and trust what you're seeing in your higher self and what the universe is revealing to you. Not what your ego or your friends or social media is revealing. That's not going to help you on this journey. I'm not telling you guys to go into a delusional state and be in a fantasy world. Because the thing is, even if you guys are in that state, let's just say for argument's sake, you guys are in a fantasy world, right? If you're just still focused on yourself and you're still moving forward with your life and you're still just committed to being the best version of yourself and you're not necessarily waiting around for them to come back in order to be happy, then what is that hurting? If you're in a high vibrational state and you're feeling good and positive and high vibes all day long, then I don't see how that's hurting anyone. So I'd rather be in that energy than be pissed off and miserable in this 3D world, okay? So it's an energy shift here that needs to take place on this journey right now in order for you to get to the next step of your journey with this masculine, in order for you to level up feminine. You've got to recognize these things. There's some sort of behavior here that needs to end, okay? So your need to know, your need to see things, your need to rationalize things to yourself on this journey, that needs to fly out the window. And what I'm getting here, you guys, it's this 8th month Lions. It's like that Lions portal, right? 8-8. That's coming this month. Lions Gate. It's coming up. I don't know why I want to call it Lion's Den, Lion's Gate, 8-8. This is the perfect time to make a shift, to switch things up on your journey. It's time, feminines. And you guys might be saying, shut up already. But sorry, I'm just the messenger. So let's now take a look and see what are the contract and the lessons right now on this journey. So we're going to go into this deck right here, which is called Twin Flame, a Journey of the Heart Oracle. We're going to go into the energies of your connection by Sister Moon Tarot and Queen of Light 1111's Divine Connections Oracle. So let's do it. What's going on when it comes to the journey, the connective energy between you and your twin flame? What are the current lessons towards Ascension right now? We have, oh baby, Spirit's giving it to us loud and clear. Surrender. This is the master key to the connection right now. By surrendering to ourself, not our twin, we let go of all things that imprison us. We must unbind our soul from the questions of why, what, when, and how. Are you guys seeing this? Once we release the time expectations of togetherness, we find our self-truth and our divine purpose. I am in shock right now because Spirit is now, through these cards, through words, which I love seeing words on cards sometimes because it just confirms for the viewer that, wow, the messages that are coming through are really correct. And that doesn't mean that I have to be right. It's just Spirit saying the messages are very connected and the vibration is very connected to surrendering your need to know, your need to understand everything right now, the why, the when, the how. Chuck it out the window. Experience just the journey for the time being. Work on the self. Do that. So let's go ahead and get the energies of the connection here connected to this card. We have the energy exchange. Okay, so there is some kind of an exchange of energy that is happening on this journey right now. I'll put that right here. And the energy exchange that I'm getting is it's lower vibrational. It's a lower vibrational exchange right now, you guys. It's not for everybody. But for the majority of you, if you are angry or you're not able to surrender or there's still these wounds, the energy exchange that I'm seeing here is that this masculine is unaware of certain things because the feminine is still working and doing certain things or healing certain things. There's still this work that's being done. We have peace, so we got to make peace. So the energy exchange needs to be more peaceful. That's what it is. So Spirit is telling us to surrender the anger, surrender the trauma, surrender all that 3 of Swords and 10 of Swords energy. Surrender it all. And that was on the feminine side, you guys. I believe that was on the feminine side. And I'm not trying to blame the feminine here at all. But if the majority of my audience is feminine, you guys do need to know that if you are holding on to this energy, which of course, if it happened to you, that makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, see, that was the feminine, 10 of Swords and 3 of Swords. It makes sense that you would feel this way. But it's time to make peace with it. It's time to forgive. It's time to heal. It's time for this energy exchange between you and the masculine to be more peaceful. If you want peace and you want to evolve on this journey, you've got to get to this point with this masculine. It doesn't mean that you have to make it okay, everything that he did or said, but you've got to get to a place within yourself to where you're no longer willing to drink that poison. What else? Transformation, Twin Flame 42. It says, when we give with no expectations, unconditional love, you guys, our heart vibrates at a higher frequency. Transformation occurs from our compassion and moves us closer to ourselves, others, and our twins. You see, the only way towards one another is to get into this state of no expectation and unconditional love. It couldn't be any clearer. Kiss and make up. Look at that. To reconnect, to forgive, to reconcile. That's what both of you want. I saw it on the masculine side, and I also see it on the feminine side. But you guys are both kind of teeter-tottering back and forth between doubt and not believing it. And also that feminine is in that energy of, I don't want to get hurt again, but I want it. You see? On the road to union. Wow. So this right here, kissing and making up and being on the road to union, the only way that we can get to that union state that we desire is to let go and to get into that state of unconditional love. So it's just being reiterated here through the cards. That's what's happening right now when it comes to the Ascension. We have the bigger picture. Twins spend lifetimes searching for each other. Eventually, destiny defines the time of awakening and the opening of our heart occurs. Their true journey of the heart and to self commences with much inner growth awaiting them. Remember the journey and be kind to yourself. So that's the thing. This is the journey. There's a bigger picture to the journey. It's not just about you and your twin flame being together and having a good time together, going out for dinner. It's not about that. There's so much more to this journey than just being in that physical union. There's so much about that healing that needs to take place within the selves. So remember to try to see the bigger picture. Try not to focus too much on that. That's why there's a lot of energy of letting go. Telepathic intimacy. So there is so much connection between you and them. Absolutely. That's why Spirit's saying it's very important for you to get to a peaceful state with the energy that you exchange with them, because they're picking up on it. Yeah, see? This masculine is, there's something about he's distorted. He's distorted and he is unable to like understand the energy that's coming to him from this feminine, because she's in and out with him. She's not in a state where she's consistent. So he's distorted. He doesn't know what to think about it. He can't see the bigger picture. He can't get to her. Do you see? So feminines, you got to clear up your energy. You have to. You got to clear up your energy. And this Lion's Gate, this 8/8 this month is the perfect time to do it, okay? And this doesn't mean that when you clear it, he's going to come running, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to feel a hell of a lot better. And your masculine is too. It's just amazing. So let's now go into what are the current capabilities. So what is possible right now? What's the possibility that things can improve in this connection? We're going to go into the Sacred Healing Journey, as well as the Flames of Truth by Angelic Revelation 144. So what are the possibilities at this time in this connection? The possibilities that things can shift and change in the connection. So this is going to be for the masculine. So what's the possibility for this masculine being able to shift and change his vibration? Okay, well, we have karmic person. So it's interesting because I think in the very beginning of the reading, there was third-party situation, but then there was healing. Karmic lessons. Karma's a bitch, I finally got mine. There's been some sort of healing around that. Our kiss was truly better than any intimacy I've ever had. Your kiss is intoxicating and sets my mind, body, heart, and soul on fire. Wow. So what is the possibility that things can shift and change to the current capabilities? Well, first of all, the masculine is still on fire when it comes to this feminine. When they exchanged energy, it was so significant that I feel like every person after the feminine has just been a lesson, you know, that no one else has been able to compare to her. So what I'm getting from this is that this masculine undoubtedly feels that the feminine is the one, okay? He feels this, that she is the one, okay? We also have lone wolf, but he almost feels destined that because things have went awry, or maybe that there has been something that's happened and maybe he has screwed up his opportunity with this feminine, that he's just meant to be alone for the rest of his life. So no one is ever going to compare to this feminine. That's what I'm picking up on. No one is going to ever compare to her. And he knows this. And he may have searched, but he has come up empty-handed. No one will ever give him that feeling that the feminine gave him. See, I have never hungered for anyone like this. I am sexually starving for you and only you. I can't make it up. This masculine is so connected to this feminine's energy. He craves her. He starves for her. And I feel like that was one of the reasons why in his physical world, let me just go back to it, he had the devil. It's almost like he feels bound to the feminine. Okay? So feminine, if you feel like you can't let go of your masculine feels like he cannot let go of you. Now, of course, he could be seeing this or experiencing this in a different way. You know, it might be more in that like physical sensations of his body that it's popping up for him. But there's something about your energy that has ignited him forever that he'll never forget. He'll never forget. But it does say heart, mind, body, and soul. So this is on a lot of different levels. It's not just physical. Every person after you has been just not what he's been looking for. So what is the possibility? What is the current capabilities of this connection? The fact that this masculine feels somewhat lost and empty without this feminine. So what this does is it causes this masculine to go deeply within himself to find himself on this path alone. It causes him to go into a separation with other people, maybe not wanting to spend time with these types of people anymore because it's not fulfilling him. So this pushes him towards himself. This pushes him towards ascension. So the possibilities is that this masculine is going towards himself to awaken, to become more aware, to do the work, etc. I like that. What about this feminine? What are the current capabilities or possibilities with this feminine? Should I go for it or should I? So remember, you guys, this feminine is very afraid. She's whoa. Oh, sorry, I got to grab these cards. Let me just grab them real quick. They're mini, so they're hard for me to hold. Okay. So there's too many that popped out, so I'm going to put them back in the deck. But she is afraid. She's afraid to take this risk. She is afraid that this masculine will hurt her again. But she's not sure. She's not sure if it's a possibility that they can ever be together again. She's not sure. It makes sense. See, I'm working on the best version of myself. And it says the old me wasn't good enough for you. So she is going to work on herself because whatever the masculine either said or did caused her to feel like she wasn't good enough. She's never going to be that person again. She's never going to feel like that ever again. She's never going to allow somebody to make her feel a certain way. So she is committed to being the best version of herself. So that way she will feel confident with her decisions if the masculine ever returns or if their paths ever cross again, or she decides to reach out. She's going to work on being the best version of herself. And we have challenges, mountain, facing challenges and fears and overcoming obstacles. The second I looked into your eyes, I was instantly in love with you and just wanted you to be mine. So both the masculine and feminine mirror each other's feelings that this connection is one of a kind, that you will probably never feel this magic with another soul as long as you live. Again, that doesn't mean that you will not feel love in different ways, but there was absolutely an instantaneous connection here. And there's a lot of mountains and obstacles in the way to ever perhaps be together again, or to just even get to that point where we can even trust this person again. I do feel like this feminine, her capabilities right now is that she is on her way. So both masculine and feminine are on their ways towards working on themselves and bettering themselves. So the capabilities are actually really good right now is what I'm getting with that. All right. So now we're going to go into what is the most connected energy right now? So where are the masculine and feminine mostly connected at this time? So we know that you're really connected right now. Let's see where it's at. So we're going to go into the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle and my Divine Feminine Healing. Where are the masculine and feminine most closely connected at this time? Okay, so we have the third eye chakra that's coming through here. Sunny side. We have, let me see. Oh, the blue chakra. I'm sorry, not blue chakra, throat chakra. Okay, so that is an inner knowing. And last. Okay, so wait a second. Okay, I'm mistaken, you guys. Okay, so what I've got here is that is the throat chakra. This right here is the third eye, and I believe that this is the crown. Oh, it says it right here. I'm so sorry. I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm like, how am I supposed to know the difference between the purples? Well, you know what? She made it very easy for us to see. I just wasn't paying attention. And we have liberation. Okay. So you guys right now are connected in the higher chakras, which is amazing because that tells me that most of your communication is taking place in the third eye and the crown chakra. So this is going to be telepathy. This is going to be that inner knowing. That's what it is. So that just kind of goes to prove right now that you guys may not be speaking in the physical world. So a lot of your connection is 5D. So this tells me here that whatever you guys are learning to spiritually ascend, because crown chakra is definitely about connecting to your higher self, the universe, universal teaching, universal concepts and lessons, ascension. We have sunny side. It says, I will not let past challenges rob me of opportunities to be happy in the future. So this is the deal. You guys connect in a very positive way when you do not let the past, the challenging past of your connection rob you of your present happiness. So this is something that you guys are both learning, not to dwell on the past. So when you guys don't dwell on the past and you guys are really in your power and feeling really good in your energy, you guys are actually helping each other. You're helping to teach each other something very valuable. This helps you to feel not only good on your own, but it also helps your counterpart to follow suit. So that's why it's very important to stay in high vibration with them, okay? And now we have the third eye chakra, knowing. To me, this is just inner knowing. But do you see how it says know thyself? The only way that you can love others is to love yourself. The only way that you can really, truly understand someone else is to understand yourself. It begins within. So it says, I manifest my own reality with my thoughts and words. I'm the creator of my own universe. What I think, it actually shows up. So if I think that I'm not good enough, if I think that life is out to get me, if I think that I can't trust anybody, if I think that the world is a scary place, then that is what you will experience. You will actually create circumstances and opportunities and even characters in your life to be villains in order to mirror to you what you really believe. You will create that. And I know that some people don't really get that, but it is true. When I see that everyone's out to get me, or if I see that no one gives two shits about me or doesn't appreciate me, that's exactly how I feel. And it sucks. And I don't want to feel that way. So I can shift my energy and my vibration by doing other things that promote that I am valued, that I am supported, that people do care for me. So when we focus on something, we create more of that. So focus on the things that you want to create more of, not things that you don't want to create more of, okay? So when it comes to this connection between the two of you, the inner knowing, trusting the higher self, it's not about what you're seeing. It's not about what's happened in the past. That is not where the truth lies. So don't do that to yourself. Liberate yourself when it comes to the energies of words. Words are huge. So words may have been spoken or certain words that were said that really created a lot of the issues in this connection. We have values. Could have just been a difference of understanding. You were at a different place than the masculine was at a different place than the feminine. So if you guys were operating from your truth at that time, it just may not have been, you guys may not have been speaking each other's language. Liberation. As I heal, I'm setting us free. This is one of the cards that I talk about. When you heal, you set the connection free. I set us free when I value my own healing and growth and development and happiness so much that I am willing to speak new words to myself that liberate me from the challenges of the past. I choose to focus here instead of the words that were spoken to me. I choose to focus on the things that I know rather than what I'm seeing in the physical world. This helps to transform the frequency between the masculine and the feminine. So feminines, if you're watching this video, this right here is just proving to you how powerful this energy is between the two of you and how you have the power to somewhat transmute and lighten the energy between you and the masculine. And of course, masculine too, if there's an issue the other way. So really try to liberate yourself. This sets both of you free. That's the point. Okay. And that could, of course, bring forth that physical world communication, throat chakra. So let's now go into what are the confessions of masculine and confessions of feminine. So sorry, I got these decks over here. I got to move these chairs. This right here is the Divine Masculine Confessions and the Divine Feminine Confessions from Bridget Rao and the 50 Shades of Love by Channeling the Venus 222. Okay, so let's see what masculine wants to confess to the feminine right now. Ooh, something about the heartbreak. Look at that. No, you can't see. We already know that there was heartbreak, remember? Feminine got 3 of Swords. Dream home. And making amends. Okay. So masculine wants to say something about these things. What does masculine want to say about heartbreak to this feminine? Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. I can't believe it. I mean, I can. I'm going to pull up one of the first things that came up for masculine when we were talking. First of all, there's that 3 of Swords heartache, if you guys don't remember, from the feminine side. But we had for this masculine, it was one of the very, I think it was the second. Where is it? There we go. That was in the heart space of this masculine. Wounds. Childhood trauma affects this relationship. I have deep wounds from childhood to heal. Look at that. I know you can help me, but I'm too proud. That came up with it. I'm too proud and prideful to admit that I want or need to be nurtured. So feminines, when it comes to the heartbreaking situation, the things that broke your heart about this masculine, maybe why this masculine has a very difficult time even opening himself up to you today. He's telling you here that his own heart is broken, that he has deep wounds from childhood that he is still working on, that he still needs to heal. This is about him, feminine. It's not about you, okay? Now we have the energy of dream home. I'm just not ready right now. I'm sorry. He's not ready at this time to build this dream. He's broken. He needs time to heal. But guess what, feminine? You do too. You do too. Now we have making amends. I recognize myself inside of you. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love this card. The only way that this masculine can make amends is by forgiving himself by what he did to you. Okay? So that is a part of his ascension and healing, and also recognizing himself is through you, feminine. That's why you've affected his life significantly. Remember, I'm going to keep bringing it up. One of the things that the masculine said to the feminine, you have affected my life significantly. You're the one. You're the one that's going to teach me this lesson. You're the one that's going to help me to rid myself and to heal myself of this energy. And that doesn't mean that this masculine and feminine need to be together in the physical world for this to happen. Just the memory of their connection, the issues that they went through, the heartache, the sadness, the connection that was made. This is the only way that this masculine is going to be able to make these amends, is by recognizing himself through his feminine. That's why this feminine, it's very important to her to get to a highly ascended state within herself. Feminine, if you can unconditionally love and forgive your masculine for this, it's almost like he can forgive himself. But I do feel like he has to forgive himself on his own first before you do. So he recognizes himself inside of you. If you guys are energetically connected, again, the more work that you do on yourself, the more that he will feel that same energy to do the work on himself as well. So those are the confessions right now for masculine. Those are really beautiful energies. So now let's take a look and get the energies of feminine confessions to masculine. Overthinking. Boundaries, stop. And shadow work. Wow. Okay, so what does feminine want masculine to know about overthinking? Beautiful disaster. That's what we are. So feminine basically is admitting to masculine right now that, she might feel like she's a beautiful disaster. She loves him, but then she kind of hates him. It's like that love-hate energy. That's what we are. Dark and light, up and down, all over the place. Stop, start, right? So as long as this feminine overthinks the situation and really gets in her head about things, it becomes disastrous, okay? And maybe the same thing for this masculine, right? But that's what they are. They're a beautiful disaster. It's not perfect. It was never meant to be perfect, okay? It wasn't. Stop. Boundaries. I hate that I get awkward when I do finally get to be near you and hold back so much of my true self. So this is the deal. When it comes to this connection, when this feminine is in the presence of this masculine, her energy becomes awkward, or it can basically become very disrupted, okay? And she starts to really analyze, should I open myself up? Should I not open myself up? Should I do this? Should I not? It's a nightmare. This feminine right now might be very afraid to be in this masculine's presence, because when she is in his presence, she might feel like she lacks boundaries, or she might feel like she has to lay down all these boundaries. And so what that ends up doing is it creates a lot of issues right from the get-go with the connection. It's too much. It's either all or nothing. It's very black and white. There's no middle ground there. There has to be middle ground. There has to be balance. So if you're in separation or challenge right now with this masculine feminine, this is a really good time for you to get balanced within yourself. So that way you don't have to be in this awkward energy with him. That way you don't have to dread reconnection or union. You can embrace it and feel good about it and not feel like it's so risky. Remember, it's about gambling and taking a chance. You have that energy with you. Should I or shouldn't I? Why not be in that energy that you're ready and that you feel good about it? Why be in that teeter-tottering energy? So you need some time, feminine, to heal in that way. So now it brings up shadow work. You make me feel so insecure about my body, life, home, soul, and everything. There's some shadows that you have about this masculine. I can totally relate with that. There's a lot of shadow that I've had to work on and still need to heal when it comes to the things that were said to me and the things that I was judged for, but that's a part of my healing and a part of my, overcoming. It's been hard, very difficult. And when you think that you're in a good place, sometimes things trigger you and you're just like, wow, I didn't realize that was still there. That wound is still there. We're constantly being tested in order to strengthen these lessons and these things within ourselves. So shadow work. So what you're telling masculine, feminine is that you hate how you are and you feel so insecure still because of things that happened or because of things that were said to you, and you still need time to work on these things. So you're not ready either, feminine. You might think you are. Your ego is telling you you're ready, but you might not be ready. Okay? So this either separation or disconnection is necessary for the both of you to get that healing and that clarity. So now we're going to go into what are the hidden desires of the connection. We already know that there's a lot of desire that this masculine has towards this feminine. So we're going to go into the Fire Witch Tarot Twin Flame Hunger Vampire Edition and the Opium Twin Flames Tarot. Desires that masculine has towards feminine. What is his hidden desires right now? I'm healing because of you. Wow. Oh my gosh. So this, again, is something that the feminine doesn't know, is how significant you have been in the masculine's life. You don't realize this. You don't realize that the impact that you made on your masculine, because he hasn't told you that or because he hides it very well. We have dark reunion. Wow, he does want to come towards you, feminine, now. Even though he's not ready, though. He would still love to be with you in that way, even though it may be dark, as in it's not the right timing. Or it could be because he's not available or you're not available. The desire is still there. We have satisfying my thirst because I need to satisfy my thirst for you. I desire you like no other. So this masculine, it's almost like logic goes out the window and he just goes with how he feels. Justice. Look at that. Justice is about doing the right thing. I'm healing because of you. I know I need to do the right thing because of you. I know I need to make things right. I need to balance the scales in this life. I need to apologize. I need to clear this up with you. Because of you, I feel like I want to be a better person. So this is something that this masculine hides from you, feminine. And a desire that he has is to have justice and to bring justice to your connection. But again, he's got a lot of pride and he's holding himself back. So we have dark reunion. The Fool. Oh yeah. This is about, let's just go for it. Foolishly, let's just do it. Let's take a risk. Let's roll the dice and see what happens. But it would be coming back together in bad timing. Neither he or you are ready. Doesn't mean it can't happen. Doesn't mean it would be disastrous. But for most of you, it would be a dark reunion because it would be based on to satisfy your current thirst, but then you would need more. Okay? You would need more than just that. And people may not be available or ready to give that yet. Yep, Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is the door may still be closed. Somebody's door still may be closed in their heart space. They still may need to do that healing. There just may be this energy where people are still shutting each other out. So this would not be good. So this masculine's desires towards this feminine right now are quite high, but the timing I feel with these cards is just not right. But he is healing because of his feminine. I'm healing because of you. So let him heal feminine, okay? And what about feminine towards the masculine? What are her desires? Okay, so these two want to pop out, so we'll take them, and we'll get one more. You've left your mark on me. Well, yeah, of course, we know that. I pray for you, my love. That's beautiful. And tempting offer. So look at this. It's a tempting offer. I want it too, but I know that the timing isn't good, that it would be a dark reunion. I do pray for you, my love. You've definitely left your mark on me too. I feel the same way. I feel like no one will ever satisfy my thirst like you do, but I know better than to take this offer right now. Yep, Two of Swords. I can't be blind. I can't be blind to the things that need to heal, that the things that need to be changed before we were to move forward. So I don't want to be blind when it comes to this connection. So I pray for you. I pray for you. Okay, Seven of Cups is fantasy, confusion, procrastination, maybe somebody that just wants to keep their options open. I pray for you to have peace. I pray for you. I fantasize about you a lot, is what feminine is saying. I do. I fantasize about you, but I pray for you at the same time. I want you just as much as you want me, but I have to step aside for my own needs and pray for the healing for the both of us. It's a tempting offer to move forward in the Chariot's energy, absolutely. But it wouldn't be a good idea. Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? As you can see, these two cars are going in opposite directions. Of course, they're taking that time to give a little kiss on the way out, but they're going in different directions. So it's a tempting offer, but again, it just tells us it's not the right time. Not the right time for these shenanigans. So fantasy and 5D seems to be where it is at right now. Let's take a look and see what are the upcoming energies that could be on the horizon moving forward. What are the upcoming energies on the horizon? We're going to go into the Divine Timing cards by Goddess Oracles. The Sacred Secrets of the Heart Oracle. I can't talk for some reason. Sacred Secrets of the Heart Tarot. So this is a matching tarot and oracle set by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. And my Spirits of Darkness and Light divination deck. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and get some possible upcoming energies for the future. Things that may unfold past the month of August. Energies on the horizon, just energies on the horizon, really. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there is some temptation. Okay, there is. It did say tempting offer. I don't know. This may not be for everyone. It could be for some. There could be some sort of a tempting offer, or you're tempted to offer something. You're tempted to move forward with this. Okay, I feel like somebody is tempted to just say, I just want to be friends, but there's strings attached. Okay, for some. But I'm also getting to, it's better to be loyal to whatever commitments that you've made than to go away from your commitment. Like, don't step into that energy of, acting without integrity. Don't create any more karma. Don't start off on the wrong foot with a reconnection with this person, with your twin flame. Don't do it. Yeah, see, don't do it. So there's a warning for some reason in the future. We might feel tempted to do something. We might feel tempted, and this could be about your twin flame too. And it doesn't just have to be your energy. It's better to be safe than sorry. That's what I'm getting here. It's better to be safe than sorry. So if you're tempted to do something that would cause you to have to be deceptive and act like a fox and be very sly and cunning, don't do it. Diamond solid. Some of you guys, diamond solid. If you guys are in another connection, again, if you're not happy, and you want to dissolve something, do that first. Don't screw around when you have something else going on. I'm just saying that is the message that's coming through. Spirit wants to talk about that. That's for some, not all. Yeah, see, some of you guys just want to break free and be wild. So if you guys want to break free and be wild, do it for yourself. Don't do it for your twin flame. Be available. And we have washed up. So let's go ahead and see, because on the bottom of the deck, we got red light, pause. Think before you do something. Don't just rush into something just because something either shows up, something washes up suddenly. Don't do it. Three of Wands, growth and expansions. Yeah, this is give something time to grow. So I feel like some possible energies of the futures, we might be feeling like we really want to run with something. We really feel like a desire or a temptation to do something. Maybe an offer actually does pop up. And what I'm getting here is just because it washes up doesn't mean that you have to take the offer. King of Swords. Yeah, so it's time to be strategic. We have strategy here like the fox. Really try not to go towards something that could potentially be disastrous. Okay? Act with integrity. Withdraw yourself from a situation. Try to be logical and practical. Yeah, see? Make better decisions from this detached energy. Logical and practical decision with a tempting offer, perhaps on the horizon. I don't know why that's coming up, you guys, but there's a warning for someone out there. If something comes up and it's just like, oh my God, this is really exciting, oh my God, and you feel like you're going to act with integrity or you're going to have to lie and be deceptive, or you just feel scared, like you're not ready, I'm getting, don't do it. We have June. Well, June's already passed. We have February. I don't know why these energies are coming through. And we have blessed. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that these could literally be the birthdays of two people in somebody's life. Maybe somebody's birthday is in February, somebody's birthday is in June. This is between two people. Count your blessings, do the right thing. I'm getting that for someone out there. And for others, I feel like maybe certain things that are happened in June, it's about being grateful for what you have, and perhaps in February of next year, things are going to shift and change. So there's something about the timing being off for a reconnection at this time with your person. And it might be tempting to jump the gun and do something, but it's better for you to be loyal to yourself and to your companions, if that is the situation, rather than to just run off and run wild with something because you just want to break free and you just want to feel relief. Deal with your issues and problems now if you want to be free. If there is nothing that you are trying to break free from and you're totally available, Spirit is telling you to cool your jets, to cool that passion, and try not to rush and run away with yourself in that wild energy. And this could just be energy, or this could actually be an offer coming, like someone makes contact. You see something and it's just like, oh my God, that's a sign this person's interested, they still care. There might be a temptation, but Spirit's saying, really try to hold yourself back and try not to jump the gun. That is the one time to be logical when it comes to this connection, is when you are dealing with it in the physical world. Okay? Other than that, the love that you feel, the connection that you feel, that is all in that trusting your higher self. But whatever this is that feels kind of off, or it's just like, oh my God, it's too much, too fast, be a little bit more logical. I don't get it, you guys, but that's the message that Spirit said, hey, that one needs to come through. So let's get some advice and some assistance on your journey. Okay? Advice and assistance on your journey. We're going to Messages of Love by All Things Intuitive. Pearls of Wisdom by Sister Moon Tarot, as well as the Flames of Healing and the smell, or Stop and Smell the Roses by Angelic Revelation 144. So let's get the messages. Advice and assistance about our connection. Okay, boundaries. Hello. So boundaries, that actually already came up for the feminine, remember? Drawing the line. Are we balanced? Firm boundaries, saying no right now. It's very important. I just said that. Being balanced. Again, you don't want to get into a position where you're giving too much of yourself or you're just going off the deep end and getting very imbalanced again. I feel like this feminine may have done this before. You don't want to make the same mistakes. So if you're tempted and you're not really thinking and you're going off, like half-cocked, you're bound to make some mistakes. And it's not about being perfect. Sometimes we do make mistakes and we learn from those mistakes, but why not do it better this time? I'm telling you, there is some kind of warning. I don't understand it. I don't know why it's here, but it keeps coming up. You guys are being warned to not jump the gun and do something if something comes your way. If you're not ready or your situation is not ready, don't do it. Simple as that. But the red flags may be that someone is just, they may desire you. They may like say all the right things right now, or it might seem like it would be a good idea. And I just feel like for some of you, some healing still needs to occur and some changes still need to take place. So take it slow, at least, is what I'm getting here. Boundaries are needed. But I feel like if this many boundaries are needed and there's that much challenge to begin with, then why not just take some more time and space on your own? That's how I see it. We have angels. Some people really do love you and have your best interest in mind. Those are the angels that will help you through this darkness. So you guys have angels around you right now that are really helping you to set these boundaries, to help you to balance the dark and light, to help you to listen to your inner voice, to help you to use that logic when it is necessary. Okay? Self-reliance. Everyone's viewpoint is based on the lens through which they view themselves and the world. Did I say that earlier? You don't always need to seek advice. Seek within. See? Your lens through your eyes, sometimes that's not where your answers are. It lies within you. So really try not to rely on what you're seeing in the outer world. Really try to rely more on what you're feeling. And that will help you to know what's right for you and what's not right for you at this time. And mirroring everything in your world is an outward expression of yourself, mirroring back to you parts of you. So yes, what you believe about yourself, you are going to create in the form of experiences and characters in your play of life, for sure. So if you feel like the world's out to get you, you're going to create those experiences. If you hate where you live or hate, yourself, you're going to continue to experience misery in those departments. So if you don't forgive your twin flame, and you're focusing on how they will always be a pile of this and that and how you can never trust them again, well, guess what? That's not doing the connection any favors, and I don't think that they'll probably ever be able to get to a point where they'll make some sort of attempt to reach out to you. So we've got to really think about, if we desire something, then why are we working against it? Energy is everything. We got to clear up our energy before we can move forward. All right, what else? I count my blessings daily and I give thanks to God for the miracles within my life. This came up with the future energies. So let me go ahead and get it. Where was that? It was here. Count your blessings, you guys. Count your blessings. Okay? So if you may want to run wild, you may want to break free, you may want to do something right now. And if you're getting these red flags that, you know what, I know I probably shouldn't, or this, I'm still upset, or I still need to heal, or I'm still not ready, don't dismiss that. Count your blessings and focus there. Give thanks to the miracles in your life right now. Don't think about what you don't have. Really focus on what you do have in your life. That will create more of that. Consider Consider the frequency that you transmit with your thoughts. Yeah, that's been a huge theme in this reading today. Your frequency is everything when it comes to your twin flame. So you've got to consider the energy that you're holding towards them is what they are picking up on. So yes, if you are fantasizing and you're, let's just say, over-sexualizing, this is just an example, fantasies with them. Well, that is a frequency that is also being transmitted to your twin flame, and they're picking up on that, and they're also feeling that same way. So what if they were to come towards you in that energy, but you're not necessarily, let's just say, ready to be with them for whatever reason? So again, we have to be careful with our thoughts, because if we are not available or not ready, or just feeling like we just don't know if we can even trust this person again, then why are we playing with this fire? You know? So be careful with your thoughts. And this, of course, goes for any negative energy that you're holding on to, as in if you're not feeling very good towards them, but yet you want them to come back, you've really got to decipher what you're doing with that. Because you know, why call someone back into your life or try to create that reconnection when you're really not in a good place within yourself to even start off on a good foot? So we've got to also consider that too. So Spirit's asking us to consider what we want and the frequency that we're putting out towards others. Are we ready for it? Or are we just trying to jump the gun, and we're just trying to crave our thirst and our desires because we just want this person? We've really got to figure it out. Okay? So I don't know why, but that is the message. So we're going to end this reading with some numbers and some reason for those numbers that may show up on our journey. What Spirit wants to tell us specifically about our twin flame journey. We're going to go into the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight and my twin flame angel numbers to end the reading. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a forward momentum. So even if you don't see growth, it is happening in your connection. See, you're confused, you're puzzled, you don't know. That's the thing. We can sit there all day long and say, well, I don't see anything happening. I don't see any developments. I don't see any changes. I don't see that my person cares about me. Stop looking. A forward momentum is beginning to take shape in this connection. But your thoughts and your fears, it almost puts an energetic block in front of this momentum. So Spirit is saying, allow things to unfold. Remove your need to know. That's what they're saying. So if you guys are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4s or any kind of numbers that are in a sequence like that, that is a reminder from Spirit. Get out of your own way. 2, 3, 2. Oh, I love this. This is about your own vibration. This is where you're going to get clear. This is where you're going to clear up the frequency, is by romancing yourself. When you romance yourself and you love yourself and you treat yourself the way that you want other people to treat you, you create more of this into your life. You attract that frequency and that vibration of people. Now, when you're loving yourself and your vibration is so high within yourself, you're going to naturally attract other people of that same vibration that see your worth, that see your value, that want to add to that. That's what you're attracting. So that's what's going to clear up this darker energy, is when you start doing for yourself and treating yourself the way that you want other people to treat you. It's beautiful. Okay, so we have a lot of 2s and 3s here. 2, 3, 3, 3. The intensity of this connection may stir up fear. A runner-chaser dynamic may form. So there's some sort of intense energies that are creating fears. You guys are both feeling it though. See? This is I think the second or third time that the mirror has come up in the reading. So this tells me a lot, or that this tells me very significantly that you and your twin flame are both feeling the same way. You guys are both feeling major intense energies right now. And you guys are both running and chasing. It's like love, hate. I feel it. I don't want this. Yes, no, yes, no. There is this back and forth intense energy that you guys are both going in and out of. So it's very confusing for both of you. The only way to get clear in this energy, or to clear up this energy between the two of you, is to love yourself, is to hold the vibration of love in yourself. This then is a mirrored energy. Your person can share this energy, this high vibrational energy with you. If it's dark, it's kind of like someone's looking to someone else on how to feel. So if you don't feel good towards them, then they're not going to feel good towards you. If you feel good towards them, that gets reflected back to you. The energy that you hold towards your twin flame is the energy that they will hold towards you. So get on that boat instead of the ship that's been sinking for quite some time. So this month of August, we can change our frequency for the better. We can get clear and honest with ourselves and about our situation, and about how much our own belief systems and our own energy is creating our reality. We can get very clear about that at this time, and get very clear that we are responsible for what we're experiencing. So if you want to experience a beautiful life and a beautiful time on this planet, this is about getting right within yourself. And when you get right within yourself, you get right with others. And that gets mirrored back to you. So anyways, you guys, that reading was kind of, very intense at times, dark, challenging, but for whatever reason, this may be for some of you that are struggling. And if that message was just either too dark, or you're in a very high vibrational place on your journey, this just may not have been your reading this time. No big deal. But I hope that it helps somebody out there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.